Hi everyone, welcome to End of the World Weekly. Let me tell you how this show works. I'm Newsbot 29,000. I'm a robot from the post-apocalyptic future. I've been programmed to send these broadcasts into the past in hopes that you Earth humans can avoid all the calamities that led to the end of the world. Okay, got it? Good. So let me tell you about some of your current events and how they spiral out of control and bring about the apocalypse. Local news outlets in Portland reported that some creep in the area was running around throwing his semen on unsuspecting women. Police didn't have too much trouble finding the lowlife. All they had to do was follow his DNA trail, like history's grossest breadcrumbs. When faced with the charges, he said women were evil and deserved it. When faced with all the dry cleaning bills, he hanged himself in his cell. A school board in North Carolina recalled all of its 2017 yearbooks after school administrators deemed multiple comments inappropriate. One dumb high school senior chose a dumb senior quote attributed to dumb Donald Trump. The student chose "build that wall" as her senior quote, having never met a Mexican in her life, but absolutely positive that Mexicans were the cause of all of her life's problems. So the yearbooks were recalled and social media went into an uproar about censorship, fascism, and how white Republicans are oppressed. But that wall quote wasn't what got the yearbooks recalled. No, they were recalled because Mr. Simmons, the friendly old custodian, took out a 2-page spread to show off a picture of him lounging completely nude with a list of all the senior girls he thought were the most attractive. The transcript of a phone call Trump had with Filipino President Duterte last month was leaked this week. During their conversation, Trump told Duterte that he was doing an unbelievable job of murdering all the drug users in his country, and gave Duterte classified information on the location of 2 U.S. nuclear subs. But Trump, being the master deal-maker he was, wouldn't just give out top-secret information without getting a little something in return. In exchange for the intel, Duterte had to have an ice cream sundae waiting for Trump whenever he visited the Philippines. Master deal-maker indeed. And with that, we turn to our Alternative Facts of the Week segment. Let's get started. Alternative fact number 1. On Thursday, GOP candidate Greg Gianforte was elected to Congress after demonstrating his cool and collected nature to Montanans by body-slamming a reporter Wednesday night after being asked a question he didn't know the answer to. Question hard. You go boom now. Alternative fact number 2. Trump was so exhausted after his 9-day international trip that he slept for 3 weeks straight afterwards and was only able to play golf 4 times in the month of June. Alternative fact number 3. Jared Kushner asked Russia to hook the Trump team up with a secret direct line to Moscow after the election. The media was quick to jump to all sorts of collusion accusations, but really, he just wanted to be able to gossip about boys, what kind of bras fit best, and how big of a bee Germany was being lately. Alternative fact number 4. Chipotle reported that their cash registers were infected with a credit card info stealing malware. Nutritionists were quick to state that the virus was no more dangerous than any of the other fine viruses that could be found inside one of the restaurants. Alternative fact number 5. Former Speaker of the House John Boehner said in an interview that Trump's presidency has been a complete disaster so far, and that he himself has no desire to be president. Well, I think it's safe to assume that he and Trump have that in common. And that does it for this week's segment of Alternative Facts of the Week. If you have any alternative facts you'd like to hear on the show, feel free to leave a comment below and we'll talk about them next week. In a commencement speech on Wednesday, former Secretary of State John Kerry slammed the Trump administration's Russian ties, saying, "I've been asked, what is the secret to having a real impact on government? Well, it's recently changed. I used to say, either run for office or get a degree from the Harvard Kennedy School. But with this White House, I'd say, buy Rosetta Stone and learn Russian." Kerry went on to say, or if you need to start a business in Mexico, Rosetta Stone would be an excellent way to quickly and efficiently learn Spanish. Why, I can't think of an easier way to learn a new language than by using one of the fine products made by Rosetta Stone. Saturday, Trump announced that he would announce whether the United States would leave the Paris Climate Agreement the following week, conveniently after he finished his international tour and was back home in the U.S. So cowardly, like a girl that runs out on an unsuspecting date while he's in the bathroom. He ordered a mojito. This will never work. After he returned to the safety of his new White House, Trump stated that the U.S. would no longer be honoring the Paris Accords because he previously bought up a bunch of coal mines and climate change wasn't real. But France had a clever workaround to gain Trump's support. They renamed the Accords the Trump Fabulous Life-Saving New Power Trump's Old Power Accords. After hearing the new name, Trump pledged his support without even reading the documents. Well, that does it for this episode of End of the World Weekly. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to tune in again next week when we'll have a brand new episode. Thanks again for watching. Bye!
Delicious.